What it do, y'all? Bread Tuck Rob, Bread Tuck Gang Forever, SUZE Orman'S Action Plan. I'm just finished reading chapter 4, Saving, and SUZE Orman says that you need an 8-month savings that will cover you for if you get fired, laid off, furloughed, whatever. And she says that this can happen to you. She says cats who are top sellers at corporate companies, they get laid off too. So you have to be prepared. You have to protect yourself. Now, she says that, like earlier in the chapters, we talked about retirement stocks and everything. She says this needs to be separate from your investments. Because I'm not going to lie. At one point, I had it in my mind, like, man, forget a savings account, man. Let's put everything in the stock market or everything in mutual funds or everything in investment accounts. But SUZE Orman, she said, nah, fam. Nah, you gotta let's be realistic, man. Let's use logic. Let's use common sense. That savings, you need that savings. You gotta be able to go to that for quick cash if you need it. Bam, I need this. Now she's saying you gotta build that thing up because it may take you, depending on what kind of job you have, it may take you 8 years to find another job. I mean, not 8 years, 8 months. Excuse me. If it takes you 8 years, there's something wrong with you. That's a user problem, that's not a problem with the machine. That's a problem with the user. But anyway, man, if that makes sense. But anyway, I digress. But anyway, you need that savings, man. And she says whatever bank you're with, make sure it's an insured bank with the if you're using a bank, make sure it's insured with the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. That's the FDIC. And if you're using a credit union, I use a credit union, make sure they're covered with the National Credit Union Administration's Insurance Fund, because your money is protected and covered if you're with them. As long as you don't have, SUZE Orman was saying in 2009 or before 2009, you were protected financially up to $100,000. So if you had anything more than $100,000, if that bank failed, you were at least protected for $100,000 if your bank was insured. Now, she said, and the same rules apply for banks and credit unions. Now, she said that in 2013, in 2009 up until 2013, because his book was written in 2009, the insurance rate, not the insurance rate, but the coverage went up to $250,000. Now, I would assume that it's still covered like that. To my knowledge, it is, but that's something I need to double check with. So you should be covered for up to $250,000. So if you have $300,000 and the bank fails, you'll lose $50,000. You're gonna be insured for that $250,000, but you'll lose $50,000. So you need to. She's saying it's best to kind of spread your money out, fam. And she's saying, yeah, man. So make sure your savings is on point, man. You want to be 8 months strong. You want to separate your savings from your actual investments, because you want to be able to get to this if you need to, man. What else, man? I think that was the for the most part, that was the majority of what she talked about. It's a lot of good information in here, man. Oh, and also at one point, and I don't know if y'all heard me say this in previous videos, man, savings accounts, man, you only getting 2% interest. I read in here at one point it was at 5%. But something happened before the recession or during the recession to where regular savings accounts, pretty much got shredded. She said if your savings account is at 2%, you're doing good. Because some of them joints at 0.25%. But I mean, that just shows you the importance of investing, because if you're just saving, you're not doing much. But you need that savings so you could get to some quick money if you need it, man. But for the most part, that's pretty much what this was, man. This chapter was pretty short. It was only like 16 pages. But the most important information that I got out of this was making sure that your bank is insured, man. That way, if your bank fails, you will get up to $100,000, meaning, you know, whatever money you had in there. If you had $100,000, you'll get that, you know. But so you want to double check, man. Make sure your bank is either covered with, make sure your bank is covered with the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. And if you're with a credit union, make sure they're covered with the National Credit Union Administration's insurance. Okay. That's pretty much what it is, man. So go to your bank, double check, man. Hey, man, y'all covered? Because if I lose my money, I need my money. You know, you can't be funny with the money. But anyway, y'all know what it is, man. SUZE ORMAN'S action plan, bread tuck ride, bread tuck gang forever. Y'all mucho, take it easy, H-Town all day. Super Bowl in my city, man.